Hello and welcome back to another edition of Sherry's Metaphysical Corner. I'm Sherry. As we continue moving forward, this is just a gentle reminder because this is new. The newsletters now consist primarily of the educational video and the bulk of the information will be there. So keeping in mind, they're only about 15 minutes-ish, give or take. So today's topic, the duality we live in. And today I'm exploring something more today. So we're starting from scratch with today's topic, the 3D Earth and its frequency. And now comes the interesting part. We live in a duality frequency, ego consciousness and spiritual consciousness. Really? What is that? What's that all about? So I'm certain you've heard this term, the awakening. That simply means we're waking up to the new energy coming through us, which means our ego consciousness is expanding to our spiritual consciousness. We're simply remembering our true beginnings, our purpose. This includes the Earth's vibration as well. The Earth's field of energy is also changing and shifting. The ego consciousness we've become accustomed to for thousands of years is like a traffic cop. It directs us in our daily life, in the material world. So for example, we stop at a stop sign, we look both ways when we cross the street, stop at train crossings, etc. This is the analytical thinking mind, okay? It's very limited, heavy, dense, and fear-based. Everything has a frequency, including emotions. So fear is actually a frequency that we tuned into. So we're now remembering our true self. But as we evolve, it's a process, like energetic balancing with the emotion code. It helps us recognize what's better for the self and release what doesn't serve us any longer. Like when someone is genuinely complimentary or somebody smiles at a complete stranger when they're walking, that's the frequency of love, compassion, being in the moment, in the flow. It's always been there, but often when going through struggles, difficulties, challenges, traumas, we pull back to the fear-based frequencies that we're accustomed to. We immediately pull in until in that one moment when someone smiles for no reason and says, "Hi, have a great day." I mean, that just makes my whole day. I feel that. Literally, I feel that. Or if you're in a grocery store and you see an elderly person struggling to pay their bill and they're counting their pennies, their coins, and in that moment, someone steps up and says, let me help you pay for this. That's utterly amazing. That's love, compassion, and living in the moment. It's that moment, the smallest things in life become magnificent. A smile, a helpful hand, a hug. It brings the ordinary into the extraordinary. This is happening more and more. It's in the moment of not being afraid. It's fleeting, but it's in that moment and stepping into something greater than oneself. We let our guard down and we just go with the flow. It's amazing. So it's in that moment of flow, you can really feel a shift within you. It's in your heart, it comes from the heart. And that's what's coming to us at full force right now. Love, compassion, and letting go of old ways, old thinking and feeling. It's challenging, but not impossible. Being kind, simply because it moves you in that moment. So the new energy, we've all had it, always had it here with us, but we're simply afraid to be in the flow with it because it's foreign. Love is the strongest, most powerful frequency there is. Fear is the weakest. So this is an example. You feel it at Christmas time. It's a time when the spirit feels alive within us, no matter what the religion. We feel something shift. And the reason for that is because we feel safe. We've done it forever and ever and ever. Everybody celebrates it, doesn't matter what the religion is, and we feel safe to let that out and be carefree, giving, compassionate, happy. That's the spirit of love. So love has a lighter, faster vibration. And it's the reason people are feeling they're a little overdone. They're like in overdrive. They're feeling the quickening. So ever since, or have you ever noticed rather, the day-to-day traffic, people are driving faster, walking faster. They even feel like you have 101 things going on in your mind, 101 things to do in a day. When you feel like that, take a moment to adjust, slow down, take full breaths. It slows the brain wave and it enables us to regain our thoughts and slow down the nervous system. So as we continue, for anyone new that's watching these segments, I'm going to leave you a brief synopsis here. I do this generally at the beginning because there's a lot of new people watching these. I'm going to give you the 3 divisions that I work with in the emotion code, body code, belief code by Dr. Bradley Nelson. So number 1, the emotion code. This is simply releasing trapped emotional energy, not processed, stuck in the system. The emotion code removes energy that's clustered around the heart or an organ. Again, it's a frequency because we're dealing with energy. 2, the body code goes deeper than the emotion code to remove potentially damaging emotional and physical energy, not processed. This works with circuitry systems, chakras, acupuncture meridians, and energy circuits of the organs and glands. And then 3, the belief code. It's a subjective view held by the subconscious mind that filters how we experience life. Beliefs are created by self-conclusion, suggestion, even inherited. Subconscious beliefs that conflict with conscious beliefs can be changed energetically, but only through conscious desire. Somebody has to really desire to do the change. They want that. It also exists as a distinct, singular pattern of energy, which can be influenced by energetic balancing. So it's awesome. Just why I really like this work. And I've done a lot of work in the 30 years I've been a holistic practitioner. I just really like this. And I'm using more now as well. And I'll explain that a little bit later, but I'm clairaudient and I work with a spirit team. I hear them. So when I get stuck, even with the emotion code, they help. They're able to help me tune in and help me with answers. So as we continue, love is all-encompassing energy. It's the highest, strongest vibration there is in the universe, and it never changes. The time's passed now for that heavy, dense duality of ego vibration that we've become accustomed to on the earth plane. We are now moving into the higher vibration of love. That's why so many things seem confusing, feels uncomfortable, because it feels foreign to us. We're literally flipping the switch from heavy, dense energy to lighter, new energy coming in. And this may sound foreign if you're new to this work, but the earth has a subconscious, just like the human race, and its consciousness is also shifting. So as we evolve, we're moving into the frequency of love and now remembering where we came from, our true essence. So low frequency emotions, when they get stuck in the body because they're not processed, and that reason for that is because of challenges, traumas, experiences that we've experienced in the course of our life, starting in childhood, they weigh down the body. So with these attached to our body inside, everything slows down. We can become lethargic, tired, cranky, depressed, and a host of more. We use 60 emotions that we release literally from the body, and you'll see that on the screen. So it keeps it simple, simply by love is light, fear is heavy. So give freely from the heart versus holding back with that analytical thinking mind, tripping over my words. Blah! So let me break down duality so it doesn't get too crazy here. Ego mind. This is concerned with the physical world, logical, survival, senses, ego, and controlled analytical thinking. Okay, that's ego. Higher spiritual self. It's connected to a higher consciousness, intuition, purpose, love, unity, and flow. That's really important. Remember that, flow. So the characteristics of ego consciousness, its focus is on tangible reality, time, space, possessions, self-preservation, competition, fear-based decisions, science, reasoning, and sensory input. It operates in linear thinking, problem solving, daily functioning, and is often influenced by cultural conditioning, societal norms, and this is the big one, ego identity. You know, what we represent, what we're showing the world, that's not who we are. That's just the vessel we chose to come in to learn with, but that's not who we are. That's not our identity. So 3, characteristics of the higher spiritual consciousness. It's rooted in intuition, inner knowing, timeless wisdom, compassion, oneness, and unconditional love. It's motivated by meaning, purpose, growth, connection to a higher power or universal consciousness. It manifests through meditation, dreams, synchronicity, that's big. A lot of synchronicity happening right now. Deep creativity and spiritual insight. And lastly, the tension and harmony between the two, okay? Conflict. Ego consciousness seeks control and certainty. Spiritual consciousness embraces flow and surrender. So how many of you have heard of this term? Let go, let God, go with the flow. That's a very old saying. I heard that back when I was in high school. So it simply means embracing the love light flowing, coming in, and surrender to it. So ego versus essence. One wants to be someone, okay? The other one wants to be. That's the difference with the two. One wants to be someone. The other just wants to be. So we continue. The integration of these, spiritual maturity comes from balancing the two, okay? So using identity tools to express spiritual truth. And this is where we are now. We're balancing the two, okay? That's where we are right now. And this is new for us, so it's challenging to let go of the old and bring in the new. Practice makes perfect. So, practical tips to help. Mindfulness and meditation quiets the ego mind, helps to access the highest spiritual self. Sitting quietly in nature on a swing, I love that. I do that often myself. And that's when I do my meditation. Or walking on a nature path, I do it there too. Because I like being outside. Trees are very high vibration. You get a lot from trees. Journaling or prayer engages both analytical and intuitive reflection, okay? Acts of service or creativity. This is material expression of spiritual values. So again, we're using both. Again, we're working with both. There's two. So the goal here is not suppression, but alignment of the two, all right? Okay, so as we close today's segment, I'm going to leave you this thought. Take this in, because this is going to take a minute for you to pull this all in. So as we close this segment, I'm leaving you with this thought. It takes courage to follow your heart. Try it. Lean into it. Practice. It takes courage to do that. Don't quit. Well, that's all the time we have today, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this month's segment. I've left links below. Feel free to leave a comment. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I look forward to seeing you next month. So thanks again for tuning in. Till next time, love light frequencies coming your way.